Kopitiam. It has been around even before the formation of Malaysia, having such a rich history. Have you thought about how this humble eatery came to be? Kopitiam literally means coffee shop from a mix of the Malay language and some Chinese dialect. Kopi means coffee and tiam translates to shop. Ever since its inception, this particular brand of coffee shop has littered all across Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia. Back in the mid-18th century when Malaysia, or Malaya as they call it back then, was in the British colony, there was a mass immigration from China seeking for better life and opportunities. Of the many Chinese clans that came to Malaya, the early immigrants were typically Hokkien, Cantonese and Hakka. These batches of pioneering settlers secured profitable jobs in mining, trading and businesses in general. However, the later groups of immigrants seeking fortune weren't that lucky, and they end up working in the hospitality industry such as chefs for hotels or servants in British homes. And this later batch of Chinese immigrants are typically Hainanese. Fast forward to the Japanese occupation during World War II. Many of the British has fled, rendering the Hainanese hospitality workers out of a job. With what little savings they had, these entrepreneurial Hainanese decided to open what would be the very first version of kopitiams. Having formerly trained in British establishments, these Hainanese took what they learned and offered their own local take on English-inspired dishes. That is why, to this day, there are still some Hainanese kopitiam that serves chicken chop. The chicken chop is typically served with a trio of peas, carrots, and corn. It also comes together with thinly sliced onion, potato wedges, and topped with some mysterious brown gravy. And along with the plate comes with a bottle of Worcestershire sauce for you to adjust to taste. While the chicken chop might be a unique Hainanese kopitiam dish, all kopitiams serves kaya butter toast, half-boiled egg, and their very own take on coffee. Unlike most Western brews, a kopitiam coffee uses Robusta coffee beans that are roasted in a wok with butter or margarine to enhance its flavors. As for the kaya butter toast, kaya is a very sweet coconut jam that is typically flavored with pandan leaves. Spread on top of a warm toasted bread with a few cubes of butter, this is a godly combo that's perfect for breakfast or dessert. The half-boiled egg has been a staple in Malaysian breakfast that is quick to make, healthy, and best of all, delicious. The way to prepare it before consumption is to crack 2 half-boiled eggs into a saucer or bowl, mix in a little white pepper and soy sauce, and that's it! What you will also find in a kopitiam are coffee or tea with the suffix C, such as kopi-C or teh-c. What exactly does the C stands for? I can't exactly find a confirmed answer, but there are a couple of interesting theories out there.
Do you know what does the C stands for in kopi-C, teh-c, typically in a kopitiam?
No.
Do you want to guess?
If I were to guess, then I would say chum.
Chum.
Chum as in
Mix.
chum.
Yeah, I know this one.
Okay.
So C, one of the theories is that C stands for carnation because it's the first or preferred brand of evaporated milk they used when they started having kopi-C, teh-c, kopitiam.
So the C stands for carnation.
Yeah.
And basically teh-c, kopi-c is basically drinks with evaporated milk.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that just a billion-dollar question that all of us want an answer to? I think it stands for the CMAT, in the Hong Kong CMAT Lai Cha. Yeah, so the C stands for that. That's my answer. That's my jawaban muktamad.
What is Seaman?
CMAT is like stockings, the long stockings. The one that they use as filters for their tea, for the milk tea.
Which of these answers do you think is actually one of the theories on what C actually is? I'll give you 15 seconds to think about it. While you're thinking, I could be streaming right now. Yes, I could be live right now at twitch.tv/Clyde Barrow with 3 W's at the back. That's twitch.tv/CLYDEBARROWWW. Come on, come chat, come hang out, and generally make yourself a better person by giving me a follow, alright? So what do you think the C stands for? One of the popular theories is that the C stands for Carnation, a popular evaporated milk brand because coffee and tea with the suffix C are made with evaporated milk, and Carnation is one of the popular brands back then. Another interesting theory is that the alphabet C sounds very similar to the Hainanese word Xian, and Xian is short for Xian Nai, which is directly translated to fresh milk. Back then, the freshest milk you could find was evaporated milk. One more leg that this theory stands on is that the typical coffee and tea are made with condensed milk or lian nai. So the C is to differentiate the drinks made from condensed milk and evaporated milk. So there you have it, a brief history of this iconic eatery in Malaysia. Forget about the fancy cafe and the bougie wine and dine. I'll be having my cup of coffee in a good old kopitiam. Till next time, see you real soon.